Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Our game here, the second of 3 on this fine Christmas day. Coming up later tonight, the Bucs and Cardinals from Glendale. And then remember, as if your spouse hasn't chided you enough already, more football coming your way tomorrow night. Chargers and Colts on the 26th from Indianapolis. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield to throw it. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Mayfield on play action. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the Rams hit 11-3 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
They go play action. Mayfield. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
By Aaron Browning. A 7-yard loss. Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at about the 32. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got it. And they get him down. Takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Broncos.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson out to his left. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 33 yards that time.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Saquon Barkley. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a give. Akers running left. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
Mayfield now from the 50. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective. That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Play fake. Mayfield. That's out to the flat for Akers. And some space here. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson being chased out left to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's taken in by Dulcich. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Going deep for Diggs. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Wilson's throw taken in by Diggs. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Here's Wilson to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Rams will take over possession here up to the 44.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. They'll go again here with Akers. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It was D.J. Jones who was there for the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll give this to Akers running right. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They'll run here with Akers. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Rolling to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown. Bryson Hopkins. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams have moved out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Barkley. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Got his man. It's Dulcich. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Looking for the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wide up incomplete. nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. The kick by McManus is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And some room to work. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown up his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Phillips now from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down. Here's Wilson. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Down to about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Escaping the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Completes this out toward the sideline to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Broncos have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 17-14.
Rams 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Going right back to Akers. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go play action. Mayfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, a lot of times when you get a magical 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Third quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A give running right is Akers. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Mayfield now from the 50. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Wilson. Dancing to his left. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now that he forces one there, it's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Rams 14. Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make this a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Rams 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
Yeah,
and his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Kevin King with a pick. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but
looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Tutu Atwell. 27 yards. And the Rams have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Wilson. Nowhere defense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. We're pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I know it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Wilson to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. Steps away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Going deep for Diggs. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. One last shot from Mayfield here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only do they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Broncos, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year.